Pumpkins, we're always using just to cut up, make little decorations out of them, but they're a great vegetable. And some of these kind of smaller squash type pumpkins are great as well. This is, I think it's called a ghost pumpkin, but there's so many types. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to just take the top off it. I'm going to take out the meat, take out the seeds, then the meat, and then just roughly chop that up. Keep the shell, and then I'm going to roast the pumpkin itself. Now I could pick the pumpkin that fits into my air fryer, so I don't have to turn on the big oven. It's going to be nice and quick to do. You could just as easily use the oven for this, and just kind of lightly roast it for about 30 minutes thereabouts in a good hot oven, just to get a nice kind of glaze on it. The rest of the dish I'm going to be using a kind of nice spiced kale, using allspice, ginger, a little bit of fennel seed for getting the freshness into it. The allspice, I just want to get that kind of nice autumnal kind of flavours, but not too much of it. And then just garnish with some pumpkin seeds. A very nutritious dish. The protein I'm going to bring into it is going to come from red kidney beans. And so again, keeping a nice kind of interesting textures in there as well. Because again, you always, when you want a meal, you have to bring protein into the dish. Otherwise, it's just basically a vegetable side order and it's not going to be very balanced. So anyhow, I'm just going to get on with the cooking on this one. Making this dish then, first, about a tablespoon of coconut oil into a pan. And add your onion. Lightly season. I'm using low salt, but any salt will do. And cook till soft. Next job, I'm going to add my pumpkin. Now this pumpkin is pale in colour because it's the type of pumpkin it is. Most pumpkins you might find are a lovely rich yellow colour. It doesn't matter. And also, I'm just going to give it a little, I'm just going to let that cook again until it just goes soft. Having allowed that to cook for about 7 minutes, the pumpkin is starting to become lightly cooked. I'm now going to add in my fennel seed, my ginger. I just used the ginger with the skin on and lightly grated it, and my mixed spice. A little bit of black pepper. And allow it to cook over a moderate heat until the pumpkin starts to cook through. Having cooked for about another 7 minutes, or until your pumpkin starts to become nice and tender, I'm now going to add in my beans. The beans have been drained off. I'll allow them to heat through as well. When your pumpkin and beans then come up to a nice gentle simmer, I'm now going to add all of my kale, which I've just roughly got chopped up. Also, if you think your pan is a little bit on the dry side, you can add a little drop of water, about 1/4 cup. You can add a little bit more salt on top of the kale, because, and again, I'm using the low salt here. I know I'm not getting any payments for this, but it's a great using potassium as opposed to a sodium-based salt. And I'm going to cover that up and let the kale render down. After somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes, you'll find that your kale just cooks down lovely and starts infusing in with your beans and your pumpkin. And again, if you had an orange pumpkin, you'd have that lovely orange colour. It just depends completely on the type of pumpkin that you use. And then to finish this dish, while I was cooking down my kale, my beans, and my pumpkin, I was roasting my pumpkin shell in the air fryer. So as you can see, that took 20 minutes at the highest heat in the air fryer, and you get this lovely, nice, simple chard. I just put the pumpkin straight in. I didn't oil it, I didn't season it, I done nothing with it at all, just to create that nice shell. And I had scooped out all the meat already. And that'll be a nice carrier for this little dish. So, to serve, it's as simple as placing your pumpkin onto a nice appropriate dish, and literally just filling your pumpkin with the pumpkin, kale and beans. Again, you're going to get your nice texture from your pumpkin. You're getting that lovely fiber and richness from the kale. And the beans are just bringing that good protein, oligosaccharides and so on into this dish. Giving a nice and very well balanced dish. Just put any surplus, just let it fall around the plate roughly. We're finally going to finish with my pumpkin seeds. It's at your own discretion if you like to toast these or just keep them all natural. But a generous amount of pumpkin seeds, and what the pumpkin seeds primarily will do is bring lovely texture and extremely high in things like magnesium as well. So a superb thing to be bringing into your diet. And then to finish, pop the top on top. And there we have it. A nice simple roast pumpkin, kale and beans with a lovely kind of spiced autumnal flavours.